attend like one big happy family.
What's that?
This is for Doña Shell.
I'll be the one to give that to Mama. You animal! You've been shooting porn videos! Burn everything right now! We need to find out who's been spreading your videos and pay them off because I'm sure they'll use this against the Fieros and you! I can't believe an outsider like you might just ruin the Fieros!
You guys ready to go?
It's game time.
Standing by.
Ador Facia has been running an underground porn and prostitution ring here in Alhambra.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to another edition of TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Calaton. In this edition, Eastern Highlands Province Governor presents petition to authorities, scholars' attention drawn to plagiarism, and K92 mine announces more positive results. The political leaders of Eastern Highlands Province today presented a petition to its political leaders of Southern Highlands Province and the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary executives in relation to the death of two police officers in Mendi recently. Tracy Parr with this report.
The petition was presented by the relatives of the deceased to Eastern Highlands Province Governor Simon Siai in Goroka last week. Siai today presented a petition to the leaders of Southern Highlands Province and the police. Present to receive the petition were the Governor for Southern Highlands, William Poe, Member for Mendi, Raphael Tonpi, Police Minister Peter Shamaleli Jr., and Police Commissioner David Manning. Governor Siai said the presentation of the petition was to ensure the rule of law is upheld and proper processes are followed to deal with this issue. Member for Goroka, Ayatambua, highlighted the content of the petition. He said the petition does not contain compensation requirements. Rather, it calls for justice to be served before the burial of both deceased.
Our main concern, and which was stated in the petition, and we like to, I'll just go briefly on what we stated in the petition, is that firstly we want justice to be done. We want justice to be done because of the manner and how this police officer was killed in Mendi. And how do we get justice? We want an investigation, a neutral investigation, neutral investigators from outside of Mendi to go in and investigate how this police officer was died.
In welcoming the petition, Governor Poe said they have taken a collective approach to deal with this issue. Directives have been issued to the Provincial Police Commander of Southern Highlands Province to work with the Provincial Police Commander of Eastern Highlands Province to investigate this issue. Poe said that so far, 3 suspects were arrested and a firearm was returned to the police in Mendi.
Gun all been used long up Mendi.
and will give him long handle PVC finish. 3+ suspect. Police can work in investigation, which is part of the petition that has been brought to us. 3 suspects already who are involved in the killing of the policemen, uniformed men in Medi before the police. So police can carry out investigation to confirm and bring these suspects into full force, facing the full force of the law.
Shamalili said the police have conducted an investigation into this issue and will deal with those responsible, ensuring that they face the full force of the law.
Meeting with our leaders, both the Eastern Highlands and Southern Highlands leaders, really emphasize the need and the leadership for peace that must prevail in the country, importantly.
Meanwhile, Commissioner Manning reassured the relatives of the deceased that the police will continue to support them and ensure that justice is served. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Meantime, Governor Sia apologized on behalf of his people to those affected during the roadblocks last week. He said normalcy has been restored to the province and the Highlands Highway is now open for use. The governor added that the people of Eastern Highlands Province are peace-loving people. However, the delay in investigation and the way police hierarchy and leaders of Southern Highlands Province handled the situation prompted the people to stage a protest.
Clear the air. Try to let everybody know those people traveling along the Highland Highway, you will be safe. We have come on top of this issue. Me and the Honorable Governors, I think we put this issue, try to put this issue to rest in the next couple of days. But in the meantime, there is no road blockage, there is no payback or revenge in Eastern Highlands. So every one of you, not only Southern Highlands, we have the Inga province and Hela province or Western Highlands, you feel safe.
Academic integrity was emphasized during the orientation of postgraduate students at the PNG University of Technology in Lae Morbe Province. The acting dean of the Faculty of Postgraduate Studies, Research and Innovation drew attention to plagiarism and its consequences.
The Faculty of Postgraduate Studies, Research and Innovation at the PNG University of Technology recently conducted an orientation for its students in Lae Morbe Province with the theme Empowering Change Makers, Research for a Better Tomorrow. Acting Dean Dr. Shoaib Syed emphasized that postgraduate students deal with research, hence academic integrity must always be part of their work ethic.
So academic integrity is the main important thing that they have to concentrate on. So in academic integrity, that, as I told you, the plagiarism comes in as a part of it. So you don't copy somebody else's work and then declare that it's my work. That's nothing but plagiarism. And it's a very big sin in academia. So that's why you have to be careful about plagiarism.
To avoid the consequences of plagiarism, such as disciplinary actions or damage to reputation, proper citation needs to be done.
If you take some work, you cite it. You tell them that, okay, I'm using from his work. So when you do that, then you are free from plagiarism. In many universities, there's very dire consequences. That means they will remove you from the studies completely. They'll restrict you. So you cannot continue your studies even. Come back to the university and complete. And also in some places, like in other countries, you cannot even enter other universities.
Unitech's postgraduate school offers 18 course-based master's programs 22 Master of Philosophy programs, and 22 Doctor of Philosophy programs, a total of 62 programs offered by the 13 academic schools. This is the largest range of postgraduate programs offered in the country. This year, 239 students have enrolled for the 2 semesters. These consist of 104 new students and 135 continuing students. This year has also seen an increase of 79 students for postgraduate studies, including a Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholar who will be pursuing his Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Lei.
Gordon's Urban Clinic will be temporarily closed from the 3rd to 9th February due to the installation of 3 new sewage septic tank systems. The closure is necessary for maintenance work as One Plaza carries out the installation. Acting CEO of NCDPHJ, Dr. Robin Oge, expressed gratitude on behalf of the senior executive management team and the board of NCDPHJ for the support from One Plaza. Patients are encouraged to visit nearby clinics for medical assistance during this period. Papua New Guinea's mineral exploration and mining sectors are once again on display at the Prospectors and Developers Association of Canada 2025 convention in Toronto. The PDAC is the world's premier mineral exploration and mining convention that attracts about 30,000 attendees from over 130 countries annually. PNG's participation at the conference is aimed at generating interest from the global exploration and mining industry players.
Between 2012 and 2018, most of the country was taken up by companies exploring for mineral resources. However, since 2019, PNG has seen a decline in mineral exploration interest due to lack of geoscience data, amongst other issues. Another major concern for the government has been the depletion of mineral resources and the fact that most of the major operating mines will have closed by 2060. This is a major concern for the government, as over 60% of the country's revenue is generated from the mining sector. No exploration means no mining, hence a less revenue for the country. It is therefore anticipated that PNG's participation in the convention will be an opportunity to once again generate interest from global exploration and mining industry players. A team from the Mineral Resource Authority and the Ministry of Mining, led by the Minister for Mining Wake Goy and MRA's Managing Director Jerry Gary, are attending the convention. The team is purposely attending to promote PNG's vast mineral exploration and mining industry to potential investors on this global platform. PNG is showcasing advanced projects that need financing, and potential joint venture arrangements, current airborne geophysics and geochemical data sets. Specific sessions that are being attended include driving responsible exploration, investor-grade sustainability disclosure, and why the mining standards need to be urgently simplified. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
K92 Mining Limited, the operator of Kainantu Gold Mine in Eastern Highlands Province, continues to report positive results from its drilling programs, with the latest being the confirmation of 2 significant thick high-grade veins, as well as a southern strike extension and expansion to the bulk mineralized zone. This is the 4th round of results from its maiden surface drill program at Arakompa, located approximately 4.5 kilometers from the Kainantu Gold Mine process plant.
K92 Mine, in a statement, outlined the results of its drill program. To date, a total of 43 holes have been reported from the surface drill program at Arakompa. The latest results confirm 2 significant thick high-grade veins, dubbed AR1 and AR2, as well as a southern strike extension and expansion to the bulk mineralized zone. This, it said, marks a major milestone in unlocking Arakompa's potential with multiple high-grade gold intersections recorded, as well as strong indications of bulk mining potential. Drilling has defined the AR1 vein over 675 meters along strike, with an average through thickness of 3.14 meters, and it remains open in multiple directions. Highlights from AR1 include an intersection of 11.1 meters at 5.93 gold per ton gold equivalent, including 3.3 meters at 11.15 gold per ton gold equivalent. Another notable result recorded 12 meters at 11.16 gold per ton gold equivalent. The AR2 vein has been delineated over 775 meters along strike, with an average true thickness of 2.94 meters, and remains open in multiple directions. Drill results for AR2 include 14.5 meters at 17.33 gold per ton gold equivalent, including 6.9 meters at 34.99 gold per ton gold equivalent, as well as 6.7 meters at 14.35 gold per ton gold equivalent. The bulk tonnage zone has been extended approximately 150 meters to the south. K92 Mines' future exploration plans include the deployment of a new compact heli-portable drill rig scheduled to arrive in mid-2025, which will efficiently target the northern extension of Arakompa and open new exploration fronts. K92 Mines' Chief Executive Officer John Lewins said the results continue to exceed expectations, where both AR1 and AR2 show high potential for underground mining. K92 believes Arakompa has the potential to be the next new mine online in Papua New Guinea, something the company is excited about. Ruth Rongula, TVWAN News.
You're watching TV1 News. Madang Town cleanup exercise underway and business group supports Hiri Moale Festival 2025. Those stories and more after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase EasyPay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaru, get up the big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
We are the people, connected to our land and sea. Timeless and enduring, it has served past generations, sustains us today, and will support those of tomorrow. A testament to human ingenuity. It can be shaped into limitless forms. It reflects our humanity, strong yet vulnerable. It teaches us to endure challenges to fulfill our purpose. Past technologies inspire us to look inward for creativity and sustainable solutions for the future. It brings families together, fostering moments of connection over shared meals. Known and cherished worldwide, the clay pot is a universal symbol of life, resilience, and connection.
Play, a chance on the edge. Papali'i is there this time. Hold it up, there's the try. Flanagan
Welcome back. Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso today officially announced the addition of 3 countries to the existing Visa on Arrival or VOA eligible country list. Passport holders from the United Kingdom, Canada and Singapore are now eligible to get Visa on Arrival in Papua New Guinea. Rosso, who is also responsible for the Immigration and Border Security Ministry, said that effective immediately, passport holders from these countries traveling on ordinary and official passports can get Visa on Arrival for short stays of up to 60 days. The VOA facility is only available at the Jacksons International Airport in Port Moresby for all eligible countries. The Office of the Madang Governor has established a partnership with the Madang Fire Service to install rubbish drums at selected locations within the town's vicinity. Governor Ramsey Pariwa, armed with a shovel, got his hands dirty alongside workers to install these litter bins at main bus stops, shopping centres and the perimeters of the main town market in the hopes that it encourages citizens to dispose of their rubbish in the correct places.
Irresponsible disposal of rubbish by members of the public in Madang is not helping local authorities' efforts in maintaining cleanliness in Madang town. A partnership between the local fire service and the office of the Madang governor has seen to the installation of rubbish bins at strategic locations including bus stops and shopping centers, where there is usually a large number of people gathered at one time. Governor Ramsey Pariwa decided to participate in this community initiative and install litter bins also.
Stop lo yumi lo making Madang clean. No narlo man narlo province baka making Madang clean. Yumi na wait lo latoroti lo kam na making Madang clean. We must take ownership of our town, of our province, of our community.
The governor is inviting residents and visitors alike to join him in a cleanathon in town this Saturday, March 8.
After installing all these rubbish bins, then we are going to do a cleanathon to clean up Madang. So I urge all the general public, residents of Madang and commuters doing business here, private or public service employees, all the general public and my people of Madang to make sure that let's take responsibility and be responsible for our rubbish.
Provincial Fire Services Commander Superintendent Albert Uramani said the fire service responds to emergencies and also to community obligations that are necessary for everyone's welfare. Commander Uramani is reiterating the governor's call to other government agencies and business houses to come out this weekend also and join in the cleanathon.
Silakan inisiatif no kabana kama bonte mi bla fire service lo Madang mi bla iwan belo ko konte membro sensim dulu lo Madang we long time in been neglect na been stop look lo clean up na imi tram sensim dulu lo Madang planeta imi stop na imi domestic stone lo Madang na imi tok imi oti mo leaders lo kan no kempat imi all state agencies government agencies and family imi lo wake up na imi can go in one way or the other imi ko mo leaders create more kind initiative for some na imi sensim dulu lo Madang.
The Madang urban local level government has been challenged to ensure the rubbish drums are well kept and emptied on time for reuse. In addition, road upgrade of the town CBD has kicked off. Governor Pariwa said the initial 5 million kina was given to the Department of Works and Highways in January this year towards the project. The CBD road upgrade is estimated to cost 25 million kina. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Women-led businesses in Papua New Guinea are expanding their presence in international markets with support from the UK Trade Partnerships Programme, funded by the United Kingdom's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. More than 50 women entrepreneurs are taking part in the Women in Export workshop enhancing market access for women entrepreneurs, currently being held in Port Moresby. This 3-day capacity building event, organized in partnership with PNG's Institute of Banking and Business Management, is set to empower the participants with essential tools, knowledge and network to enhance their export readiness, access to capital, and branding and marketing strategies needed to successfully access international markets. This workshop is the third in a series designed to support women entrepreneurs across the Pacific, following previous editions held in Samoa and Fiji with PNG-based SMEs. The Honiara Summit 2025 concluded last week after 3 days of deliberations by over 300 delegates from 28 countries, Papua New Guinea included, to address Sustainable Development Goals 14.4 on sustainable fisheries. The dialogue had a strong focus on regional cooperation, scientific approaches, and effective management for sustainable fisheries. The Honiara Summit called on participants, governments, regional and international organizations, and fisheries stakeholders to carry the outcomes into deliberations at the 2025 United Nations Oceans Conference and other relevant fora to ensure that fisheries is firmly at the center of conversations on conservation and sustainable development of the ocean, blue economy initiatives, and oceans health. The key outcomes of the summit include a call for urgent action against overfishing, enhanced regional cooperation, and the integration of scientific innovations to ensure the long-term sustainability of ocean resources. A political declaration in support of the Honiara Summit 2025 communique was also made by leaders in attendance. Papua New Guinea was represented at the summit by Prime Minister James Marape, Fisheries Minister Jalta Wong, and National Fisheries Authority Managing Director Justin Ilakini. The PNG delegation emphasized tuna sustainability in terms of reforming fisheries policies and regional cooperation. PNG will soon be launching a fish domestication policy. In the meantime, the East New Britain initiative was headlined at the Honiara Summit ahead of the opening formalities. A tripartite commitment aimed at growing sustainable tuna markets is now in place between PNG, Marshall Islands, and the Federated States of Micronesia. The overall outcomes of the Honiara Summit, however, is summarized through a communique and will inform discussions at the upcoming United Nations Oceans Conference set to be held in Nice, France, in June 2025. Papua New Guinea is preparing to take part in the Osaka World Expo 2025, which will be held in Kansai, Japan from April 13 to October 13 this year. Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru announced this week that the Expo will provide a platform for Papua New Guinea to showcase its trade and investment potential, cultural heritage, and tourism opportunities to the world. The highlight of the Expo will be the PNG National Day on July 21st, an event during which PNG will be featured prominently with the high-level participation of PNG government. The Constantino Group of Companies has reaffirmed its support for the Hiri Moale Festival, announcing a 100,000 kina sponsorship for the 2025 event. The festival, set to take place from April 3rd to April 6th, celebrates the historic Hiri trade voyages of the Motu Koita people, featuring traditional canoe races, cultural performances, and the Hiri Queen contest.
The Constantino Group of Companies has reaffirmed its commitment to the Hiri Moale Festival, pledging 100,000 kina towards the 2025 event. The annual festival, scheduled from April 3rd to April 6th, celebrates the historic Hiri trade voyages of the Motu Koita people. The event will showcase traditional canoe races, cultural performances, and the prestigious Hiri Queen contest. At the sponsorship announcement event, Ms. Hiri Hanenamo 2024 Henao Heni expressed her gratitude, saying the support ensures the festival continues to empower young Motu Koita women and preserve cultural identity.
It is a festival for our people, funded by loyal sponsors and business houses like the Constantino Group of Companies. The Constantino Group of Companies was founded in the late 1950s, originated in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. The group is actively involved in supporting and creating opportunities for Papua New Guineans.
Governing Director and Chairman of the Constantino Group, George Constantino, reaffirmed the company's dedication to community initiatives, stating that the festival is a vital part of PNG's cultural heritage and should be safeguarded for future generations.
The reason why we're sponsoring the Hiri Moale event is mainly because that our family has been in Papua New Guinea and Port Moresby for over 3 generations. And we'd like to give back to the communities which we operate within. It does mean a lot to myself, to my family, but to myself in particular, mainly because it's we've been able to we employ a lot of people in Papua New Guinea. We currently employ around 3,500 internationally, but a lot of that is in Papua New Guinea, and most of that as well is in Port Moresby and in the Port Moresby region. So it's critical for me to show the communities, but as well as my employees, how much we support them, and I'm very, very glad for that.
Hiri Moale Festival Committee Representative Molly O'Rourke also thanked the Constantino Group, emphasizing that corporate support is crucial for keeping the festival alive and growing.
It is through sponsors like Constantino Group of Companies that we are able to continue hosting this prestigious festival, not just for Motu Koita people, but also for the residents of the Port Moresby city and also our viewers across the nation. This year is special because we are celebrating a milestone, with Papua New Guinea celebrating its 50 years of independence, and we are also celebrating this event together with the Constantino Group of Companies. So on behalf of the Assembly and its members and the organizing committee, I would like to say Taniku Barahera for your continuous support.
With preparations now in full swing, organizers promise a vibrant and memorable celebration of Motu Koita traditions in 2025. Carol Kiru Jr., TV1 News.
We'll now have the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2487 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2412 $0.3854 Australian dollars, $0.2226 euro, and 35.74 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, and palm oil closed higher, cocoa, copra, and crude oil closed lower, and copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break with news from abroad. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G and Mia. Find P&G made.
Start the school year right with Colgate and Protex. There's loads of amazing prizes to be won. Win laptops, tablets, and 250 Kina shopping vouchers. To enter, purchase 2 or more Colgate and Protex branded product. Write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt. Drop it in the entry bin in participating stores for a chance to win. Promo starts 1st Feb and ends March 31st, 2025. Go to your nearest participating store now and buy Colgate and Protex products to win. Terms and conditions apply.
Custom, that's what we want.
That's what we do around here. That ain't no stock record no more. Always trying to outdo yourself. People are gonna take notice for sure. Get out the way. Oh, look at that. Are you liking it?
Trying not to crack.
Texas Metal, Thursdays 8:30 on Turbo.
A landmark discovery has been made in the deep waters off the Fiordland coast. For the first time, researchers have filmed forests of protected red and black coral.
I'm from Papua New Guinea, so my Abras and my Noggers will tell me my stories, but then you go into schools and you don't see those stories.
Welcome back. In news abroad, 88-year-old Pope Francis remains alert, oriented and cooperative despite his medical condition. Since admitting to the hospital on Friday 14, the Pope has been treated for different illnesses, including respiratory infections, pneumonia and mild kidney insufficiency, among other chronic illnesses. His latest bout yesterday included 2 episodes of acute respiratory insufficiency caused by a major accumulation of mucus and consequent difficulty in breathing. 2 bronchoscopies were therefore performed where the doctor examined his lungs with the need for aspiration of excessive fluid. In the afternoon, non-invasive mechanical ventilation was resumed. The Australian Prime Minister seems to have opened the door to sending Australian peacekeepers to Ukraine if the European Union can help hammer out a peace deal between Moscow and Kiev.
The European leaders are looking at a so-called coalition of the willing under what they've described as a 4-point peace plan that Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, has in particular championed. Now, to be clear, it's not at all clear at this point whether Russia or Kiev would be amenable to this deal, but this is the Europeans trying to come up with a plausible pathway which could lead to peace. And of course, the most important part of that proposal, as it stands at the moment, would be to send European troops in to put boots on the ground in Ukraine, perhaps in those areas that are currently being so furiously contested, in order to secure the peace. Now, that is something that has only really come over the last 24 hours or so. This morning, the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, was asked about Ukraine, and interestingly, his tone on this shifted quite a bit. The Prime Minister saying that Australia might well be open to joining a coalition of the willing, and that might mean in the future Australian boots on the ground. Let's take a listen to the Prime Minister's statement this morning on this very topic.
Now, Australia stands ready to assist. We've contributed $1.5 billion, with $1.3 billion for military assistance directly. There's discussion at the moment about potential peacekeeping, and from my government's perspective, we're open to consideration of any proposals going forward. Australia has historically played an important role in areas including in Africa, in Cyprus, in a range of peacekeeping areas. We want to see peace in Ukraine, but we want to make sure that the illegal, immoral actions of Russia are not rewarded.
The opposition leader Peter Dutton has been a big supporter of the government's moves to give military aid to Ukraine, and he's also backed in the government's plan to essentially continue to train Ukrainian soldiers using Australian troops in the UK. But he has drawn the line at boots on the ground. When he was asked about the Prime Minister's comments this morning, he said that the coalition did not believe that Australian peacekeepers should be deployed in any theoretical peacekeeping force that might be put forward under the Europeans in the future, saying in the end this was a responsibility for the Europeans to work out, and that if this plan was going to have legs, it should be European troops in Ukraine maintaining the peace. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
In terms of whether we should have boots on the ground in Ukraine, I don't support that. I think the Europeans have that task, and I think what President Trump's pointed out is that the Europeans need to do more in the defence of Europe, and that's a statement of the obvious.
Now, to be clear, there is no clear proposal or concrete proposal for peacekeepers to go in. This is going to be something that at best happens down the track. And of course, as we were just hearing, the announcement that we now expect will be coming soon from the White House about pausing military aid will throw another spanner in the works, and to some degree makes all of these discussions extremely fluid and difficult to predict. Nonetheless, the fact that we are seeing this rhetorical shift from Anthony Albanese and the government, which yesterday was briefing out that there wasn't much appetite for Australian boots on the ground. The fact we're seeing this shift towards a more open stance towards this possibility is significant and worth marking, and it does signal, at least in the Labor Party's mind, that there could be a role for Australia to play in the future.
Meantime, in the U.S., President Donald Trump has paused all military aid to Ukraine to ensure that it is contributing a solution amid the ongoing Russian invasion, according to White House officials. The move comes days after the president clashed with Ukrainian President Zelensky in the Oval Office over moves to secure peace in Europe. An official said that Mr. Trump is focused on reaching a peace deal to end the more than 3-year war sparked by Russia's all-out invasion of Ukraine, and wants Mr. Zelensky committed to that goal. Zelensky's office did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment outside office hours. 2 states and almost 4 million people are in the firing line as Cyclone Alfred treks towards southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. It's expected to make landfall later this week, bringing with it dangerous winds and flooding. Residents are being urged to prepare, and for some in New South Wales, they're desperate to avoid history being repeated.
It might look like a tempting challenge for surfers.
It's awesome to feel the power from the ocean.
But it's got authorities acting fast.
We are preparing for a pretty nasty set of weather in the upcoming week.
The coastline will really cop quite a battering from this one.
Tropical Cyclone Alfred is heading towards the Queensland coast. Residents from Gari to Grafton are being told to start preparing for the storm to make landfall later this week.
Thursday, Friday this week is the most likely time that it would cross. This is unusual for New South Wales. Nancy in 1990 did cross the coast around about Byron Bay, and it moved seawards after that, but it brought a lot of wind and some heavy rainfall.
Much of the state's north coast was devastated by floods 3 years ago. Residents are determined not to be caught short this time.
I've done all my shopping, I've got everything organised, I've got plenty of fresh water, 10 litres per person.
Come down to grab a few sandbags to hopefully stop a bit of water from going in the house if it gets close to it this time.
Let's hope that this is a drill for us and we don't actually have to experience what we did last time.
On World Wildlife Day, conservationists and scientists are celebrating successfully moving 24 eastern quolls to a property in central Tasmania. They hope monitoring the small carnivorous marsupials in their new home will help them discover why their numbers are dwindling in other parts of the state.
Areas where they've declined.
They're cute, fierce and covered in spots. These pint-sized predators are believed to be extinct on the mainland, but are still present in the Tasmanian landscape.
They look like they're full of joy every time they move, which is just something that makes my heart sing.
While the island state has been a haven for the carnivorous marsupials, their numbers have dwindled in recent years. Researchers from the University of Tasmania have teamed up with a range of other organisations to find out why.
We have to try and unpick that web and figure out exactly what it is that's going on in some of these areas where they've declined.
Last month, 24 eastern quolls were moved to a conservation property in Tasmania's Midlands.
And we'll be intensively tracking how they're doing in that landscape, what they're foraging on, how they're using the landscape, how they're integrating into the landscape.
This will help inform conservation strategies for quolls in other areas. Some of the translocated eastern quolls were bred at the Bonorong Wildlife Sanctuary near Hobart.
The eastern quoll is one of those animals that we get very excited about because we breed them here and they have a good chance of going back to the wild and living a full and happy life in the Tasmanian wilderness.
Over the coming years, the project will conduct up to 5 more translocations to help boost the number of eastern quolls at different sites around the state. It will also provide valuable information to help return the species back to the mainland.
The property market has exited one of the shortest and mildest downturns on record. Prices rose in all cities last month apart from Darwin after the Reserve Bank cut interest rates.
Call for an opening bid. 1.6. 1.6. Best of luck to you. 24, $1.6 million. That's the way to buy.
In suburbs around Australia, the traditional autumn selling season started with a bang.
And the property is all done.
This suburban house in Sydney's southwest just sold for $1.83 million at auction with 14 registered bidders. Agents say they're already seeing a lot more interest after the Reserve Bank started cutting interest rates.
Making it tougher for first home buyers.
The second bid was already beyond the limit of what we felt was comfortable.
Prices rose 0.3% in February, with the national median home value now almost $816,000. While they're still cheaper than a year ago, homes in Melbourne and Hobart led the gains, along with properties in the regions, overtaking the booming markets of Perth, Adelaide and Brisbane. Darwin was the only city to go backwards.
It seems that the February rate cut was almost like a pilot pulling a plane out of a tailspin.
Within days of the Reserve Bank's decision, would-be buyers had already seen changes in the market.
Instead of being for sale at a certain price, they've all changed to the campaign is on hold or auction.
CoreLogic's Eliza Owen says even a few more rate cuts are unlikely to spark a boom.
1 percentage point over the year, that would probably boost purchasing capacity by about 12%.
For now, most of Australia remains a seller's market.
We were hoping to get reserve, but we've got way above what we were hoping.
Good news for those who already own a slice of suburban paradise.
And that ends our news segment. We'll have news and sports after these messages.
Hey, do you know that Cellmoney gives you twice the Digicel credits you recharge when you top up your phone with Cellmoney?
Yes, I have the good news. So now I put 3 kina in my phone. I receive 6 kina credit.
Well, that's why now I like to top up 5 kina because I receive 10 kina. And then I use my credits to call, send text, or get data.
Let's go to a Digicel store Cellmoney agent today. Deposit money in your Cellmoney wallet to top up and receive the double credit.
Dial *888# to do it all with Cellmoney.
Cellmoney, do it all with Cellmoney.
Are you
you ready for an exciting word adventure? Join us as we meet fun letters, discover awesome words, and play with sounds on an epic phonics journey. Sing songs, create words, and have a blast along the way.
My hat and my bag, and let's go visit the market.
Catch Word Adventure on Beelit. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on TVWAN.
If you say his name 3 times, he will appear. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice!
Beetlejuice!
The juice is loose. Your daughter's stuck on the other side.
What? You gotta get me in there so I can get her out.
But you never ask. Let's go, honey. Now's my chance.
How do I know that you're gonna keep your word?
I swear on my dead mother's soul.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Premieres Saturday, March 15th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Every cub has their story.
Because he didn't have a mother, so he was very thin when he came to us.
Orphaned cubs learn the skills they need to survive the Canadian wilderness.
3, 2, 1. He's gone. He's gone.
Cub Camp. Series premiere Sunday on Love Nature.
An extravaganza of tennis acumen of the highest order.
Welcome you back to all the live action. Here they come, the Barrett, they will score! He goes, the ball and goes right through.
But just clutching at his jersey, too fast, too strong, too big.
And then the Superman finish.
Welcome back. The Papua New Guinea sporting community is benefiting from enhanced accreditation and development opportunities through the Australian Defence Force International Sports Program. This initiative, conducted in partnership with several key organisations, including the National Rugby League, Australian Football League, Sports Medicine Australia, and the Federation of International Touch Football, aims to deliver comprehensive training programs for coaches, referees and sports trainers.
The Papua New Guinea sporting community is benefiting from enhanced accreditation and development opportunities through the Australian Defence Force International Sports Program. The program offers a range of educational and practical training opportunities. They are Level 1 coaching certification, referee training, sports trainer certification, first aid training, health lifestyle education, and strength and conditioning programs. All these initiatives are facilitated by ADF personnel and international accredited sports experts. Over 30 participants comprising community-based coaches, trainers, and referees from Rugby League and Touch Rugby gathered at the Sir George Guy Stadium today. The day's activities transitioned from classroom theory to practical outdoor drills, covering fundamental skills such as passing, attacking, and defensive techniques. Warrant Officer Shane Bullock, ADF head coach and head facilitator, alongside Nigel Hukula from the PNG RFL Community Rugby Development Office, oversaw the rugby league drills. Their focus was on hands-on training and emphasizing the fundamentals of the game, which they believe is critical for grassroots development. Warrant Officer Bullock expressed his admiration for the skill level displayed by some of the participants, noting a keen eagerness to learn among the coaches of all levels.
For me, it shows that everyone's so keen to get in and learn more in PNG, which is really good. And the skill level is actually really good with a lot of these coaches, varying from a lot of them coach from senior teams down to junior kids, which is, I think, the grassroots is the important part of it. But the participation has been really good here so far.
Warrant Officer Bullock highlighted the importance of having a structural training plan. He emphasized that coaches should approach their training with a clear plan to ensure consistency and to foster a shared understanding among participants. His vision for coaching extends beyond mere technical instruction. He believes it encompasses instilling values such as respect for oneself, fellow players, officials, and the community. He encourages coaches to focus on personal development alongside athletic performance.
So I think it's a big one for them to learn, is that coaching is not about just teaching people how to play rugby league. It's about teaching them values and respect for themselves, respect for their players, respect for their officials and their coaches and their community, so they can go back to their community and become better people, not just better football players.
The collaboration between ATF and PNG sporting organizations is paving way for a stronger, more skilled community of coaches and athletes. With ongoing training and development opportunities, this partnership aims to uplift the quality of sport. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG Touch Federation is seizing the opportunity to participate in coaching and refereeing sessions facilitated by the Australian Defence Force at the Sir John Guy Stadium this week. This rare training initiative is being hailed as an effective means to enhance the skills of local officials and to deepen their knowledge of touch rugby rules.
Marie Ariza, representative of PNG Touch Federation, expressed gratitude to the Australian Defence Force and the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs for organizing this vital training course. She emphasized the significant impact this training will have on the sport in PNG, particularly in addressing the technical deficiencies that currently affect the game.
I am so happy to have this training here in Port Moresby, and we have about 31 participants that attended. We have few from outside centers, from Lae and from Alato, from Poponeta, and the majority are from POM. And we've enjoyed this training for the last 2 days. We did theory on Monday, and we're now into practical, and we have learned a lot. There were so many questions asked, and we are so happy enjoying this training.
The training kicked off on Monday with theory and has transitioned into practical application. Participants are gaining valuable insights and skills that are expected to uplift the standard of touch rugby in the country.
We wanted the coaches and referees that participated now to go back to their associations and then share the knowledge that they've learned here, share it out to the associations, and then when we come for our national games, the National Touch Championship, everybody will have to play the same rules, everybody will have the same level of touch football in Papua New Guinea.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That's the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Southern, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with possible showers and thunderstorms. Kerema and Popondetta, cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, Lae, cloudy with rain showers. Madang, cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kokopo, Rabaul, partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, partly cloudy with rain showers. Highlands, all Highlands centers, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Coral Sea, seas smooth to slight with northwest to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Solomon Seas, seas smooth with northwest to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Seas, seas slight with northeast to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, to Kerema, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samari Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of Cape Bogle to Hohen Gulf to Finchafen, 6.5 to 1 meter. That wraps up the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.